Laughter rippled through the hangar, sharp and careless, bouncing off concrete walls and steel beams. It started with one snicker, then another, until it swelled into something crueler.
Oh.
Because of the tattoo on her forearm. She stood still while they laughed, jaw set, eyes forward, pretending the sound didn't cut deeper than any blade ever had. Then the SEAL commander entered the room, saw her arm, and did something no one expected. He raised his hand and saluted. The laughter died instantly. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're rewatching from. I love knowing who's listening. Her name was Mara Collins, though very few in that room knew it yet. To them, she was just the new attachment civilian contractor turned mission specialist standing awkwardly among operators carved from discipline and tradition. She didn't look like them, she didn't sound like them. And the tattoo, inked boldly along her forearm, looked almost defiant, in a place where conformity was survival. It wasn't flashy. It's just coordinates, numbers etched in black, accompanied by a simple phrase, still standing. Someone had joked it looked like a bar bet gone wrong. Another said it belonged on a biker, not near a classified briefing room. Mara heard every word. She always did. She had learned long ago that silence didn't mean absence, it meant endurance. Inside, though, her thoughts churned. She wondered, not for the first time, whether she belonged here at all, or the path that had led her through smoke, loss, and years of grinding obscurity had been a mistake. She thought of the night she got the tattoo, hands shaking, heartbreaking, promising herself she wouldn't disappear quietly. The mission briefing cut through the room, cold and precise. High-risk extraction, enemy-controlled territory. No room for error. As maps flickered onto the screen, tension settled in, replacing mockery with focus. This was the language they all understood. Still eyes drifted toward Mara, measuring, doubting. She was the moral question no one wanted to ask aloud. Should someone like her, unproven in their eyes, be trusted when lives were on the line? The commander watched quietly from the back, saying nothing. His gaze lingered on the tattoo, recognition flickering there. He knew those coordinates. Everyone in his position did. Hours later, boots hit foreign soil under a moonless sky. The air was heavy, carrying dust and the metallic taste of anticipation. Mara moved with the team, her breathing steady even as her pulse thundered. She wasn't pretending to be fearless. Fear had simply stopped being new to her. When the first shot rang out too close, too sudden, the world narrowed. Training took over. Bodies moved like a tide, each operator flowing into position, covering angles, communicating in clipped murmurs. Mara was where she needed to be before anyone told her. Her hands didn't tremble. Her mind didn't freeze. She saved a life in the first 30 seconds. A tripwire missed. A silent signal. A hand pulling someone back from death without drama or credit. No one laughed anymore. Still, the real test came later. Pinned down in a narrow corridor, the team faced a choice no one wanted. Push forward and risk civilians. Pull back and fail the mission, leaving allies to die. The air vibrated with shouted calculations and moral weight. This was the moment where right and wrong blurred into something unbearable. Mara spoke up. Her voice wasn't loud. It didn't need to be. She pointed to the map, to the coordinates, to her arm, the same ones etched into her skin. There's another way, she said. I've been there. It's tight, dangerous, but it keeps them safe. Someone challenged her. Someone else hesitated. Then the commander nodded. Trust, once broken or withheld, is hard to earn. But sometimes it arrives all at once. They followed her. The path was worse than she remembered. Narrow, dark, air barely moving. Panic clawed at the edges of her thoughts as memories threatened to surface, faces she had lost, screams she still heard in sleep. She pushed forward anyway, step by step, still standing. When they emerged on the other side, the impossible had happened. No civilians harmed, target secured, team intact. Back at base, exhaustion wrapped around them like a second skin. No one joked. No one spoke. Until the commander stopped in front of Mara, eyes steady, voice clear. He asked her to roll up her sleeve. The room leaned in, breath held. He pointed to the tattoo and spoke the truth. Everyone finally understood. Those coordinates marked a fallen outpost, a place where men and women had held the line long enough for others to escape. A place Mara had survived when she shouldn't have. The commander saluted her again. Not for the mission, it's for what she carried. Applause didn't erupt. It wasn't that kind of room. Instead, there was silence, the respectful kind. The kind that acknowledges something sacred. Mara felt warmth spread through her chest. Not pride, but peace. She hadn't come to prove anything. She had come because standing mattered. Because courage doesn't always look the way we expect. Because respect is earned in moments. No one is laughing. And sometimes the very thing people mock is the story that saves them all. If this story moved you, share your thoughts below. Your voice matters here. Subscribe to Whispered Words for more cinematic stories about quiet strength, hard choices, and the courage to remain standing when the world doubts you.